Alright, boys and girls, welcome to Growing Guitar. We have Green Day, alright, One-Eyed Bastard, cool title, cool group, cool song. And of course, I had to pick my TYMA, my crazy green guitar, a little bit of psychedelic, punk rockish vibe to it. So let's go into this tutorial without any capo and take a look at the chords. So we're gonna start with the F sharp minor. Okay, so that's a bar chord, and we're gonna mainly use bar chords for this song. We have a bar set on the second fret. You push down all strings there, and then you need to add fourth on A and fourth on D. Then you have the G minor. You take the very same grip and move it one fret inwards, closer to your body, like this. So you line with the bar finger now on the third fret, all strings there, and then you need to add fifth on A and fifth on D. That's a G minor. Then we have the A, and you take the same grip almost and go with the index finger now on the fifth fret and push down all strings there. And then you need to add seventh on A, seventh on D, and sixth on G. Okay, so that's the A chord. Then you have the E, and that is actually not a bar chord. We have just a plain E, and that goes open E, second A, second D, first G, open B, and open E. Then we have the D sus2 chord, and we're gonna go with the sus version. You have a bar now on the fifth fret. Now you just need to bar 5 strings if you count from bottom up like this. Then you need to add seventh on D and seventh on G. Then we're gonna continue with the C sharp minor. Take the same grip and move it one fret away from you to land on this position with index finger on fourth fret, same strings, 5 strings, and then you need to add 6 on D, 6 on G, and fifth on B. And the same grip, you move to the second position to get the B minor chord. So you have now the index finger on the second fret, same 5 strings, push down, and then you need to add fourth on D, fourth on G, and third on B. And there we have all the chords needed for the song. So remember, when we play this, we'll focus more on the bass strings than the higher strings. So when you play the strumming and all that, it's a lot of power chord based style playing, so to speak. So you're gonna use the bass strings more, and therefore sometimes it works with sus chords and so on, because we're not gonna go down to the B string too much or so. So keep that in mind. If you just get to hold the bass of the chord here, it doesn't hurt too much for this specific song. Okay, so with that said, let's go into this intro part, and you're gonna play this melody. It goes like this. Yeah, I already butchered that. Anyway, let's go into the start here of the 7th fret A string. So you're gonna play like that, okay? So you hammer on to get the 9th fret A string. So you pick the 7th, and then you hammer on with the ring finger or so to get the 9th fret A string. You play that, so 2 more times on the 9th fret A string. So, and then 1, 2. Then you go back to 7th A, and then 9th E, and then 7th A. And this is the part 1 of this melody, okay? So. And then the rest will be everything on this E string. So you go the same principle here from 5th to 7 with a hammer on. And then 2 more times on 7. Then 5th. And 2nd. Okay, so there you have 1 round of the melody. So first part was, and then second part was. You roll that for 4 rounds. Okay, so. Okay, 2 rounds there. You're gonna play for 4 rounds, and that's your intro. Now, into the first verse. This is a little bit different, and you have to have the right timing. I'm gonna give you the chords, and you have to probably listen for it to get the proper timing when to hit the downs here. But it goes like this as a whole. Alright, so you have first the F sharp minor, and then a long pause, and then comes G minor, and then back to F sharp minor, then comes this D sus to B minor, and then again F sharp minor, a long pause, and then G minor to F sharp, and then you just hold that till the pre-chorus starts. So that is basically your first verse. Then at 36 seconds in, with this word vendetta in the lyric, starts the first pre-chorus. And now we're gonna learn the strumming here. So if you grab the first chord F sharp minor, 1 string around will be about down, up, down, up. Very easy, so. Okay, so down, up, down, up. I like to get an extra kick on the second down, so down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That gives you a certain rhythm here. So 1 round of strumming is down, up, down, up. You're gonna play now F sharp minor 1, D sus 1, the A 1, and E1. So that is 1 chord progression round. You're gonna play for 4 rounds. Let's go for a couple of rounds like this. That was 2 rounds, you played for 4, and that's the first pre-chorus. Then over to the first chorus, 57 seconds in. Bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. That's where we are in the lyric. And you're going to continue the same strumming now. The chord progression will be F sharp minor 1, the C sharp 1, the D sus 1, and A1. You're going to play for 2 rounds. So let's go for these 2 rounds with F sharp, C sharp, D, and A. That's the chorus. And then you have this instrumental slash melody part, not melody, but instrumental intro part. So what you're gonna do here now is to play 1 round of the intro we just learned. So this part. And then you're gonna play the part 1 again of this intro. So this part. And then you're gonna play this ending, which is 4 notes. So it's 4th fret on A, 2nd A, then 5th E, and 4th E. Okay, so that is this playing after the first chorus. Then comes the second verse, completely different from the first one. So now you're gonna play the strumming, and you're gonna play the F sharp minor 1, the C sharp minor 1, the D sus 1, and then comes A part 1, which means down up, and then you're gonna play the G sharp down up. And actually I can now see that I haven't told you how to play the G sharp. That is basically the same grip as the A, you just moved 1 fret away from you. That's probably why I forgot it, because it's just a bridge chord. So you go from this A to to G sharp. 1 fret away from you. So you land on the index finger on the 4th fret, and everything follows there. So that is one round of the second verse. So F sharp, 1 full round, then C sharp, 1 full round, D sus 1, and then A down up, G sharp down up, like this, slowly. Okay, you're gonna play that for 4 rounds. Then comes the second pre-chorus. You're gonna play that the exact same way as the first one, 4 rounds of that same F sharp, D sus, A, and E. And then comes the second chorus, again, just repetition in the same way as this first chorus. After that comes this second instrumental slash intro part. What you're going to play here now is to play exactly in the same way as you started the song. The intro part, 4 full rounds. 4 full rounds of that is played after the second chorus. After that comes the bridge. We are now about 1 minute and 57 seconds in. And what you're going to play now is this. Alright, so there you have 1 round. You're going to play that for 2 rounds. So what you're going to play here now is to play the F sharp minor, 4 downs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you play E, but you don't have to go to the full E chord. You just have to release that bar to get the E note. You can keep still the 4th A and 4th D there from the F sharp minor, because you're going to come back to that. So you just release and get the open E string with those A and D supported strings. So 1 kick on that E. So it goes like this: 4 downs on F sharp, 1 on E, and then back to 3 downs on the F sharp and 1 down on the G minor. That's the first half of it. So slowly like this. Okay, and then you have a pause there, and then you go back to the F sharp and play the start in the same way. So you play F sharp for 4 downs, and then open E, 1 down. And then you go to the D sus and play 2 downs, and to the B minor and play 2 downs. So the second part will be like this, slowly. And then you start all over again to play 1 full round. So 2 full rounds in total. I'm going to take you through 1 full round slowly, and the second round and somewhat of a standard tempo, just a little bit faster. So it goes like this. And so on. 2 rounds of that, and that is the bridge parts. Then you're gonna go into the third chorus. You play the same chorus as, third verse, of course, third verse. And that is played exactly in the same way as the first one, okay? So first verse is played now as the third one, and then comes the third chorus, okay? We play the same here as the previous choruses, but the only difference here is it's twice as long. So not 2 rounds, 4 rounds instead of that F sharp, C sharp, D sus, and A. 4 rounds of that, and then we have the final part of the song. We have the outro part, and guess what? You're gonna play the bridge part here, the one we just learned with the 4 chewing downs on the F sharp and so on. You play that for 2 rounds, and that wraps it up for Green Day's One-Eyed Bastard. I'm happy to have 2 eyes, guys. Helps you a lot when you play guitar. Otherwise, this is a great song, and give it a try if you're a fan of Green Day, or if you wanna just support me, then learn this song. Give me a like on this one, comment perhaps what you thought about this lesson, and be back for next time. Till then, play tuned.